March is Sleep Awareness Month, the perfect time for you to think about the quality of your sleep and how the mattress you choose can make all the difference. Avocado Green Mattress is committed to providing mattresses that not only help you sleep better, but also are healthier for you and the planet. Did you know that with the right mattress, you can improve your sleep quality by up to 50%? If you're not waking up refreshed and ready to tackle the day, it might be time to consider Avocado and their sleep-enhancing design. Cyndi and I love Avocado for so many reasons. Not only are the materials organic and free of chemical and toxins, Avocado mattresses promote better sleep through breathable, naturally temperature-regulated materials, which is so important to our sleep right now. Did I mention there is a mattress to fit your needs too? Avocado offers gentle to firm to plush mattress comfort and support. Take their quiz to find out which mattress and comfort option is right for you. Avocado stands by their products too. They offer easy financing options with a firm, sleep trials up to 1 year, and options to try before you buy. Head to avocadomattress.com today and save up to 10% on certified organic mattresses. Dream of better.
One of the hardest parts of getting older is feeling like something's off in your body, but not knowing exactly what. It's not just aging. It's often your hormones, too. When they fall out of balance, everything feels off. But here's the good news. This doesn't have to be the story of your next chapter. Hormone Harmony by Happy Mammoth is an herbal formula made with science-backed ingredients designed to fine-tune your hormones by balancing estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, and even stress hormones like cortisol. It helps with common issues such as hot flashes, poor sleep, low energy, bloating, and more. With over 40,000 reviews and a bottle sold every 24 seconds, the results speak for themselves. A survey found 86% of women lost weight, 77% saw an improved mood, and 100% felt like themselves again. Start your next chapter feeling balanced and in control. For a limited time, get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com with code NEXTCHAPTER at checkout. Visit happymammoth.com today and get your old self back naturally.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of True Crime Time for Thursday, March 6th, 2025, and I'm Woody Overton.
I'm Cyndi Overton.
And it's the day after Ash Wednesday.
I know.
Hogs are being killed. Because these are the nastiest, and then you would say, well, then why you mess with them? And caught brucellosis is the only person in the United States of America, according to the CDC in Atlanta, that had it and almost killed me. 9 days. For real. But I'm trying to kill him back. And you asked me what I do different this year. I actually wear gloves and glasses when I clean them. But the reason we do it is to eat. We don't waste anything. We hang it in a walk-in cooler. We're blessed enough where we get to hang it and age it. Now, back in the 50s and shit, they didn't have Walmarts and all that. The butchers, that's how they aged your steaks and got them prime beef as they hung them. And we hang it up to 21 days and take it out. And, like the front shoulders and stuff, you can do it with rice and gravy. I make steaks out of the rear and fried backstrap. It's a lot. You kill one big hog, you think about, what's the cheapest meat? Like $4 or $5 a pound? Yeah. And you know what you're getting because we're feeding them, right?
There's no antibiotics in it. There's no.
It is not a lot of, it's one of the leanest meats there is. Wild hog. They don't have all the fat that your grocery store pork chops have.
It doesn't have a gamey flavor. It's
my favorite. It does if you don't know what you're doing. There's 6 glands that you got to avoid. Nobody knows that. And you got to avoid those. If you bust one of those, you'll know it and you have to throw the whole thing away. But you kill 400, 500 pound, which is not unusual. We killed something so big, couldn't pull them out of the woods with a tractor. Yeah. Talking like bear and grizzly bears.
Remember the ones that we did just right down the road? That you and Dubs and I
had to back up to the thing and get it. Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't know how I got off on that, but it's
because Wisconsin's here.
Oh, Wisconsin's here. We're slinging lead, drinking beer, cooking some really fire food. So y'all follow us on TikTok. We'll be posting videos and shit. One more thing, if you got a recent phone update and you used to be subscribed to Real Life Real Crime, you're probably not listening to this anyway because you're not getting your downloads. So I guess you got to go follow all of your podcasts that you like again, which is unfortunate, but part of business. So roll with it.
Okay. So if you were to smuggle cocaine on your body, where would you put it?
My belly button.
Baby, your belly button ain't big enough.
I'm just teasing.
I know.
I would put it, I watch all the shows and everything else, and these geniuses that they get to go over to whatever country. Oh, we'll give you a free vacation and $5,000, but you just got to meet Raoul at whatever place. Whenever they come in, they make them swallow all the balloons. Fuck that. I have a gag reflex. And there's no fucking way I could swallow those balloons. But here's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I mean, what kind of fucking quality balloons do you think they have in Mexico or Colombia? And you're gonna fill with however many ounces of narcotics, and you're gonna swallow that shit and put it into your stomach, hoping that one of them doesn't fucking break. That bitch breaks, you're dead.
Well, they have broken, right?
Yeah, I know. They break all the time. That's what I'm saying. But they don't. The mules, the people that are pushing across the border, don't give a fuck. If this motherfucker dies, next man up.
Well, so my question to you was: you have to carry 220 grams.
All right, so that's
where are you gonna put it?
28 or 26, 28 grams in an ounce. So that's over 10 ounces. That's close. That's on the high side, close to a pound.
How would you do it?
I guess I'd shove it up my ass.
You would?
No, because then I'm putting it in my body.
Right.
If I could wrap it. I mean, how much money am I getting paid for this?
You're getting me for your wife for life.
Oh, fuck that. I ain't doing it. Out.
You're down.
I'm
okay,
out.
well, you're getting paid $15 billion.
I'd eat that motherfucker, shove it up my ass, and belly button behind my ears, and back on out and everything else. For one run, I'd take that shot.
Okay.
For $15 billion?
For $15 billion.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Y'all call me direct. Email me.
Okay. Woody at realliferealcrime.com.
$15 billion? Well, I'll make a run. Better believe you had to catch me.
Okay, well, we're going to go.
It's time for Worldwide Crime.
Let's go to Bogota.
For once, I know a word.
All right. Bogota, Colombia. Colombian police.
Great jade.
Apprehended a
emeralds.
40-year-old man attempting to smuggle several bags of cocaine concealed beneath. Are you ready for it?
His balls.
Probably.
The taint.
That's where you could hide it. Under your balls.
That's not going to get a pound in.
Well, beneath a meticulously attached toupee.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is stupid. Yeah, I say it all the time. I don't mind losing the hair on the top and losing muscle mass and shit like that. The only thing that really bothers me is my eyes, right? And thankfully I'm taller than most people, so they can't see the back of my head, but I actually don't give a fuck. But I see people wearing toupees and I never get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I earned every hair I lost.
Right.
And I earned every wrinkle I have. I earned my gray. I'm never going to fucking dye my hair. I earned that shit.
Me either.
And so this dude decides he's going to smuggle some cocaine, some yayo in a fake hayo.
Yeah. So police said the suspect was detained at Cartagena's airport on Monday as he prepared to board a flight to Amsterdam. A scanner revealed the hidden cargo, 220 grams of cocaine packaged in small bags, strategically placed under what authorities described as a Narco Wig.
Oh my God.
They estimated the street value of the drugs at approximately $10,500.
A lot more than that when you step on it. When you cut it, it's probably $100,000.
A police video released on Monday captured the moment an officer wearing blue gloves carefully removed the suspect's wig with scissors, revealing approximately a dozen packets of cocaine. Further police statements confirmed the suspect's prior criminal record, which included 2 previous drug trafficking convictions. So I'm going to show you the Narco Wig, and you can see the guy's head.
That's genius.
Right? So, organized crime groups are exploiting young people, as you talked about, falsely suggesting they can easily bypass our security measures. However, this case demonstrates that this is not true. Cocaine production in Colombia has been rising since 2013, and a report published in October by the International Organization of United Nations Office Drug and Crime found that the cultivation of cocoa bushes increased by 10% in Colombia in 2023, while potential cocaine production has increased by 53% from the previous year. While a 2016 peace agreement with the NARC rebels aimed to curb cocoa cultivation in rural areas, smaller armed groups have filled the power vacuum.
Law of supply and demand.
Actively promoting the lucrative cocaine trade.
Yep. It's only going to get more expensive now that they're shutting down fentanyl, or they're trying to. At least we're at war with them. Interesting. It's time for Effed Up Professionals. Going back to Memphis, Tennessee.
All right.
I ever tell you about the shutdown I worked there? I think it was like 14 days or something like that. And that was the first time I'd ever been that high in the air. Not high. I told you about it. Yeah, yes. That was high as fuck. And I stayed in that motel. I rented it by the week, but you could rent it by the hour. And they had it piped in porn.
Yes.
That's all they had. They didn't have regular TV.
Right.
Piped in porn. But anyway. So we're going back to Memphis. And I'm pretty sure if I was ever going to be a doctor, the one doctor I would not be is a gynecologist.
I knew you were going to say that.
Absolutely not. No. And in Memphis, so Tennessee, I know, and it makes me cringe. Don't do it. A Tennessee gynecologist was arrested Friday. Guess what for?
I'm sure he was taking advantage of his patients.
Yeah, pretty much. And he was accused of performing unnecessary procedures on patients with
his tongue.
This is so fucking nasty. With reused medical devices held under unsanitary conditions.
That's disgusting.
Like, we'll pull it out of her and stick it in her, right?
What's he getting from that?
I don't know, but this dude's fucked up. This is a really short story. Stick with me. So Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, 44, is charged with enticing 4 people to travel interstate to engage in illegal sexual activity, adulteration of medical devices, misbranding of medical devices, and healthcare fraud. It's according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Memphis. So court records didn't show that Kumar has a lawyer. Fuck him. And whoever this was called him, and they didn't get a response. But Kumar's medical practice is located in Memphis. And from September of 2019 to June of 2024, so basically 5 years almost, Kumar is alleged to have sexually abused women by conducting unnecessary medical procedures with devices held under unsanitary conditions and reused on patients when they were required to be thrown away or reprocessed. I don't do that. I don't even want to know what kind of device it is, but I can only imagine it's like a tongue depressor. Throw that motherfucker away. But we're talking about the lower regions.
Yeah, we are.
And he's fucking reuse them. Not to mention you getting women to come across state lines to have sex and do whatever else you're doing. but you're so fucking cheap, you're reusing shit that you could at least washed it off or sterilized it?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, all right. Well, Kumar did not tell his patients that he was reusing devices. I'm pretty sure that's
hey, by the way, I'm going to reuse this one.
And guess what? This is where he really fucked up. He said he was using new devices. You know why he said it? Because he billed Medicare and Medicaid as if the procedures were necessary and as if he had used a new or properly reprocessed device each time.
I mean, they have to.
Until they don't.
I know.
And then they bill him for it.
Yeah.
Well, who do you think found out that, hey, wait a minute, that smells like somebody else?
I don't think they said that.
Yeah, well, somebody found out.
Yeah.
So acting U.S. Attorney Reagan Fondren said Kumar was consistently the top paid provider in all the state of Tennessee for Medicare and Medicaid for hysteroscopy biopsies, which allow doctors to look inside the uterus.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm assuming it's probably a nurse that worked for him that turned him in.
I hope so. This motherfucker needs...
Because I don't think a patient would know.
It needs to be kicked in the ding-ding. Federal authorities said there could be more patients affected by Kumar's alleged acts. The allegations indicate that Kumar acted as a predator in a white coat and used the cover of conducting medical examinations to put his patients at risk and enrich himself. No more information about the sex acts and all that.
No.
But to me, I mean, enticing somebody to come across state lines, not a kid, an adult to have sex for whatever reason, okay, that's one charge, and that's someone. Yeah, I have like my spank bank charges, like from the worst to the least. That's for like way down here. To me, this reusing shit on motherfuckers that are unsuspecting, that's total violation. Yeah. That's up there for me with murder. Can you guess how many times you've probably tried the latest diet craze? It's like, I used to do Weight Watchers back in the day, counting the points. And the more you yo-yo diet, the more stubborn your fat gets. And then you're stuck like Chuck again. It's not about willpower. You've willed yourself through enough brutal diets and workouts. It's probably genetics, and doctors at Sono Bello can help determine if your body's problem areas are genetic. Wherever you have stubborn, diet-resistant fat and inches, Sono Bello's micro laser fat removal technology removes it for good in one comfortable visit. Those stubborn inches around your tummy are gone. Muffin tops, side fat, gone. Even saggy loose skin, gone. Permanently. All that's left are the beautiful natural curves you've been hoping to get. Warm weather is almost here. Now is the perfect time to visit Sono Bello and get your goal body in time for swimsuit season. Micro laser fat removal is the permanent solution, and Sono Bello doctors are the experts. Schedule your free consultation now and you'll get their best offer of the season. sonobello.com/RLRC. That's SONOBELLO.com/RLRC. This episode is sponsored by MIDI Health. Cyndi struggled to lose weight for years, despite her efforts with dieting and exercising. Time and again, she would express that something else must be causing her weight gain, and she was right. The issue was her hormones. That's where MIDI comes into play. MIDI is a virtual care clinic dedicated to truly seeing, hearing, and understanding women. Created by women for women, their mission is to provide you with personalized care that addresses your unique health needs. Once Cyndi received the help she needed, she was prescribed semaglutide and successfully lost 60 pounds. MIDI offers compounded semaglutide, which is a medication designed to assist with weight loss when combined with a healthy diet and exercise. Imagine achieving your goals without the stress of uncertainty. Plus, MIDI's clinicians will support you every step of the way. Scheduling is simple. Take a few minutes to set up your account, enter your insurance, and share your symptoms. You'll be paired with a qualified clinician trained in perimenopause, menopause, and weight management. And don't forget, as a special offer, you can go to trymidi.com/real. That's trymidi.com/real to schedule your virtual visit and join the more than 200,000 women who love and trust MIDI for their midlife care. Use my code SAVE15 to receive $15 off your first prescription product with your book visit. Transform your health journey with MIDI today.
Absolutely, because you could give them whatever disease. I mean,
anything. That's just really violating.
That is,
and then they've taken that home to their significant other, male or female, and I got nothing else to say about that. Fuck you, Kamara. Fuck the bad people.
So when you started
don't tell me anything about going to a cootie doctor.
When you started telling me about that, I remembered you haven't even begun to tell these stories of when you were the polygraphist for...
Holy fuck. For the physician examiner board and the nursing board. And that's the doctors and nurses that got in trouble by the board and were put on probation had to test with me every 90 days.
That's
and
right.
Let me tell you something. Good and bad in every profession, but holy shit, you wouldn't believe the things these motherfuckers did.
I know. That reminded me of a couple of particular...
They had to go to therapy and all kinds of stuff like that. And do all, some of it was naturally just as mundane as drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
Some of it
had legit issues like...
I'm like, what? And they still, but they keep it secret.
Of course.
And I guess I could use aliases.
Well, I mean, you would,
Yeah.
You would definitely. I mean, but those are very interesting stories.
Oh, yeah. Put that, or write that down for me. She reminds me all the time, y'all, of shit I hadn't said. So stay tuned when we get done with State versus Peterson Scorch. The fire will be back or come July 19th and see the fire of the original real life real crime.
I have a list of, that I write of stories that I've reminded you about, or stories that you think of that you need to tell, like the beaver money and stuff like that.
Wow. I don't have is a story from you. Lay one on us.
Well, I was going to take us to North Carolina.
Golly, you were there all day yesterday.
South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm in North.
Right,
we're going to Charlotte.
Charlotte, beautiful town. I know you haven't been. I'll take you. Put it on the list.
And Charlotte, North Carolina, has experienced a concerning surge
NASCAR. Michael Jordan.
A surge in Michael Jordan?
He played for the University of North Carolina. He owns the NASCAR team.
Okay. Well, no. They've experienced a surge in armored truck robberies.
Ooh. Swim oftentimes thinks about if he was going to do an armed robbery, it'd be an armored. Yeah, definitely. We'll leave that way.
Again, that reminds me of that movie that we talked about last week. Heat. With 4 incidents that are believed to be interconnected. So the heists are not only targeting substantial sums of money, but also jeopardize the lives of those tasked with safeguarding the valuable transports. So here's the list of the robberies, okay? Mm-hmm. In April 2024, an armored truck was robbed outside a Quick Trip. I'm assuming that's like a 7-Eleven or something. On North Tryon Street. On July 31st, 2024, 2 suspects kidnapped a Brinks armored truck driver at the Belgate Shopping Center.
Yeah, it's not like it used to be though, because everything is done on cards and phones and shit now. So unless you have some inside intel, motherfuckers ain't carrying cash.
Right.
Well, get a bag of receipts. Yeah.
Well, here, the shopping center where the guy was kidnapped on IKEA Boulevard, they stole $277,000.
Yeah, that's not enough for me to go to prison.
Right. On August,
$277 million.
Possibly. August of 2024, an armored truck driver was shot during an armed robbery in Statesville. And on October 30th, 2024, Richard Walter Henderson IV, a 29-year-old armored truck employee, was fatally shot while servicing an ATM at a pharmacy on East King Street in King Mountain.
That's crazy.
So the Charlotte Police Department identified connections among these incidents, suggesting a coordinated effort by the perpetrators. In the Kings Mountain case, 4 individuals were arrested and charged with murder. And those people are Dominic Anthony Singleton, Malik Isaiah Thomas, Jamal Kelkeys Cunningham, and Demarson Laron Dockery. And these suspects followed Henderson from Mecklenburg County before the fatal robbery. And the robberies in 2024 has heightened awareness about these vulnerabilities faced by cash and transit operations, and law enforcement agencies are intensifying efforts to protect those services and prevent future incidences.
Yeah,
Sure that's crazy. Like,
pretty sure that in armed guard or armored truck school, they teach you about robberies and then the danger. But, always a shithead out there that want to get a job. They don't want to work a quick trip. Wants the money for the quick trip.
Yep.
And they get it and they killing people for it. This dude, those guys are making minimum wage, bro. That, either retired cops or couldn't become a cop or whatever, for whatever reason. And they get it and get killed over some money for an ATM.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there you have it. So, I'm a proud veteran and I love everything military. Seen every movie ever made all the way back to the black and white days. I've rewatched them over and over again. I just rewatched Midway again the other night. And was proud of it, right?
Yes.
And I had the secret clearance and all that. I was a nuclear, biological, chemical warfare specialist. And, if they entrust you with certain shit, you should be good, right?
Yes.
They do the backgrounds. Look, they could talk to your high school teachers and your neighbors and all kinds of shit. They don't take it as a joke.
No.
For you to get that clearance. Well, we'll go to the Navy and the naval station in Great Lakes, Illinois.
Okay.
So a former U.S. Navy sailor pled guilty to a federal charge which accused him of a 2022 plot to attack the naval station in Great Lake in northern Illinois. And this according to his plea agreement, he got a plea bargain. Now, Zhang Payne, 38, allegedly devised a plan involving Iranian actors to conduct an attack against the U.S. to avenge the death of Qasem Soleimani, who was a general of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps who was killed by a U.S. airstrike in 2020. Okay?
Okay.
And this is all according to the court documents. Now, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps was designated as a foreign terrorist organization by the U.S. in 2019. But in November, Payne pled guilty in a Chicago federal court to conspiring to and attempting to willfully injure and destroy national defense material, national defense premises, and national defense utilities, namely that naval station in Great Lakes, with intent to injure, interfere with, and obstruct the national defense of the U.S. Department of Justice. Okay. So Payne enlisted in the United States Navy and began his training at the Naval Station Great Lakes around February 2022, and he faces a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison, right? Payne is alleged to have communicated in 2021 with an in Colombia about potentially assisting him with his plan. The Department of Justice said this. So according to the court records, an undercover FBI employee posing as an affiliate of the Iranian armed forces later contacted the person in Colombia about conducting an attack. Mm-hmm. So Payne reached out to the dude in Colombia, like they're probably drinking a few cervezas in the canteen, and was like, hey, I want to really fuck up this base that I'm on. Mm-hmm. You know anybody help me fuck it up? And he reached it out to his Iranian counterparts because they want some revenge because we killed Samaka, whoever the fuck. Yeah. And then that person, they hear it through the grapevine, the streets talk, FBI undercover picks it up, and here we go. So this happens, and the FBI employee posing as affiliate of the Iranian Armed Forces contacted the person in Colombia about doing the attack. And the individual put the employee in touch with our dear friend, Mr. Payne, who at the time in 2022 was stationed at the naval station in Great Lakes. Payne then shared with the individual in Colombia possible targets for the attack, including, but not limited to, including the naval station Great Lakes and other locations in the Chicago area. And the individual in turn shared them with another person working with the FBI who was posing as an associate of the other undercover FBI agent. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, we're going to do it 9/11 style.
Right.
Payne and the individual in Colombia agreed to help the undercover FBI employee and his associates conduct an attack in the U.S. Now, like, so we talked about this before, act in furtherance, right?
Right.
You can have the plan to do it, and that's one thing, but you actually do something to help act in furtherance. Yeah. And you're fucked. So they had also exchanged messages in which they discussed demanding a payment of $1 million for their assistance with the plot. And then in the fall of 2022, Payne, on 3 occasions, met with one of the individuals, the undercover guys, this according to the DOJ. Now, during the meetings in Lake Bluff, Illinois, as the plot coalesced into an attack on the naval station, Payne displayed photos and videos on his phone of multiple locations inside the naval station. Payne asked the undercover FBI employee whether he was looking for max damage.
That's
and the employee said, yeah, I am. This is an FBI informant, right?
Well, of course.
How far you want to push it.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Payne, how far can you hang your dick out there before we hammer you? So after being asked by the FBI employee, Payne also agreed to provide 2 U.S. military uniforms for operatives to wear inside the base during the attack, and a cell phone that could be used as a test for a detonator. Right?
That's scary.
You know how much he got for it?
How much? 15 years.
No, how much they paid him for
I
all
thought
this.
you said it was $1 million.
No, they were going to demand $1 million for something else. Paying for all this shit, undercover things, finding a homie in Colombia, finding these guys, taking pictures, providing uniforms, mass carnage and shit. He got $2,000. $2,000 wouldn't take care of us at a fucking restaurant for a night.
You don't get out of bed for less than
Exactly. I don't turn my fucking polygraph on for less than $2,000. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But during an October meeting, the FBI employee gave Payne $3,000 as a payment for Payne and the other individuals. So you got to split it, right?
Jeez. In
the operation. And Payne sent Payne, stupid motherfucker, that's another charge. He sent the individual 1,000 of the 3,000 he had received. So the FBI Chicago Joint Terrorism Task Force is investigating the case with the assistance from the Naval Criminal Investigative Service. You don't want to fuck with them, NCIS. And Payne is detained without bond, is scheduled to be sentenced by a federal judge, blah, 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 whatever. Fuck you, Payne. You are done.
Payne.
Have you heard of Mood.com? They sell federally legal cannabis gummies. Everything you'd expect from a dispensary, and ship it right to your door. 0 pants required. I'm serious. You can now get high quality, 100% federally legal cannabis products delivered right to your door without ever leaving your couch. And you can get $30 off your first order at mood.com/RLRC with promo code RLRC. Mood partners with small American farms to bring you amazing high-potency THC gummies, home-baked cookies, top-shelf flour, vapes, and more. And third-party lab-tested, backed by a 100-day guarantee. No dispensary lines, just clean, quality, 100% federally legal THC from the farms to your couch. Best of all, Not only is every Mood product backed by a 100-day satisfaction guarantee, but as I mentioned, listeners get $30 off their first order with code RLRC. So head to mood.com/RLRC, check out their online dispensary, and let Mood help you discover your perfect mood. And don't forget to use promo code RLRC when you check out to save $30 on your first order. We all know I love me some tacos. They're great every night of the week, not just Taco Tuesday. But Cindy really wants me to eat healthier this year, and Factor's chef-made gourmet meals have made eating well easy. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for my busy lifestyle. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goal. Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto, Factor has it all figured out. My favorite meal has been the jalapeno sweet corn polenta and chicken. Imagine a whole chicken breast marinated in lemon juice, garlic, and smoked paprika, grilled until juicy and topped with a zesty salsa verde. It's served over a creamy Parmesan polenta loaded with diced jalapenos, corn, mozzarella, and scallions. Bell peppers, red onions, and cauliflower are served on the side with fajita spiced butter. It was delicious and nutritious. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use Factor Podcast to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code FACTORPODCAST at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Oh, he's done.
Yeah.
And, I would think on the list of rapists and child molesters, old people killers and shit, I would think the motherfucking terrorists are right up there to be killed.
Homegrown terrorists, too. I mean.
Yeah, fuck you. I bet 50% of the motherfuckers, probably 30% of the people that are incarcerated are veterans.
Right.
It's a lot. So, that's all I got. What you got?
Got.
Pain.
I mean.
Pain.
I've got some pain for you.
Pain or pain?
Pain.
Navel or nipple? Navel or navel? You sure are slow.
You're making me laugh, Woody. I'm trying to laugh to get serious because I'm fixing.
I got no reason to be killing nobody. Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest insult you have ever. Oh my God.
I wasn't saying you were him. I'm just saying.
You were comparing me to him.
Okay. Reckon I'm still waiting on
your story. I'm just going to take some time.
Okay. Come on.
Okay, we're going to Spain.
Spain. It's time for worldwide crime.
All right. Spanish police said Sunday they dismantled a human trafficking ring.
Good for them.
They said had exploited more than 1,000 women.
Yeah, human trafficking is bad.
In the past year, mainly Colombians and Venezuelans.
There you go.
The victims, mainly of South America origin, were lured to Spain with bogus job offers.
Mm-hmm. Come over here and get your life right.
Adding, they had rescued 48 women in an operation that brought 48 arrests. Most of those detained, including the 3 alleged, let's just say, the 3 ringleaders.
We got to come up with a different word for alleged. Every story has alleged in it.
I usually cut them out, but I didn't decide. So including the 3 ringleaders, which are 2 Colombian women and 1 Spaniard, who were held near the eastern city of Alicante. So for you, I agree wholeheartedly, with your list of people, you have your child molesters, you have your old people beaters, but women, prostituting out other women, how do you do that? How do you do that?
I don't know. They get paid for it, though. I mean, human trafficking is the second leading problem in the world behind dope.
In addition,
and I'm sorry, oftentimes they're stuck together,
Right. Absolutely. It's all intertwined. In addition to the 3 leaders, police said strip club managers and taxi drivers who were in charge of transporting the women were also implicated in the trafficking ring.
That, y'all, is when you have an escort come to your room. That's taxi driver. That's the same taxi driver she's using the whole night, but basically she's like, I'm going up, I'm not down in 30 minutes, or do you pay for an hour? I'm not down in an hour and 1 minute, come up to the room, such and such. So basically, they're not taxi drivers, they're pimps.
So the women were recruited in their home countries, mainly in Colombia and Venezuela, with false job offers in the cleaning or beauty sectors.
Nice.
On their arrival to Spain, they were transferred to clubs where they were sexually exploited and forced to work all hours.
Right, swinging on a pole.
They were also only allowed to go out for 2 hours per day and otherwise kept under video surveillance. 6 of those arrested are being held in pretrial detention, and police released a video showing officers raiding multiple locations during the operation. And more than 100 officers participated in the operation to dismantle the trafficking ring. Police said they searched 8 properties, seizing multiple weapons, more than 150,000 euros in cash, 3 luxury cars, 26 grams of cocaine, 8.45 grams of crystal cocaine, 23.5 grams of pink cocaine, 20 pills of erectile dysfunction medication, and several computers.
Okay, so I guess that's the add-on price when you go to the massage
bar. You need a erectile, you need a purple pill or blue pill, whatever they're called. So, I mean, at least they dismantled part of that. I mean, they probably were up and running business as usual the next day.
Absolutely. They just moved from one spot to the other.
Yep.
It's always going to be law, supply, and demand. But I mean, shout out to them for doing what they did.
That's right.
So, I don't know.
Where's your story?
I don't have any more. I'm done for today.
What are we waiting on?
I'm done for today. I'm not waiting on anything. If I say I'm done, I'm done. Right?
All right.
Unless I'm going to Pasadena.
You little poo-poo head.
So, in Pasadena, you know what state that's in? Oh.
I know it's in Texas, but I'm trying to... That was a low blow, Woodrow, acting like it was your last story just so I would stop. You're giving me problems about my story. Now we're going to Pasadena, Texas.
Go to sleep. Where's Pasadena, Texas?
It's by
if
Houston.
You don't know,
it's by Houston.
It's okay to say you don't know.
It's by Houston.
You can't know everything.
I do know it's by Houston.
Fucking with you. All right, let's go to Pasadena, Texas. Tejas. 2 Pasadena ISD students.
Independent School District.
Thank you. I didn't know that. They were shot during a fight after school on last Friday, according to the school district. Now police are searching for an armed subject in connection with the shooting. What we know. You ready?
Yep.
The incident happened at about 2:50 p.m. in a church parking lot across the street from Pasadena Memorial High School. Spokesperson for Pasadena ISD says a fight in the parking lot led to gunshots. We talk about this on every show.
Yep.
2 of the students were struck by gunfire, and 1 was sent to a local hospital, and another was carried out via a life flight. That's one flight you don't want to be a part of. Okay.
No.
And that's one private airline or air transportation mode you do not want to be on.
No.
And last year, I had to put one of my family members on one in the middle of a pasture. But anyway, officials said 1 victim was shot in the upper torso and chest area, and he was last reported to be in stable condition. The other victim was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the left forearm. And Pasadena police said both victims attend Memorial High School. And one of the students is said to be in stable condition. Officials said that witnesses reported a fight between juvenile males which occurred in the parking lot, when at least one juvenile male displayed a firearm and began not shooting at this dude, but began shooting into the crowd.
What?
Exactly. All suspects then ran like a little bitch and fled the scene in vehicles. So on Friday evening, the Pasadena Police Department posted on social media they are looking for a subject who was armed during the shooting. I'm sure they already got him up on their page. They're just being a dumbass. He got a little hoodie on and shorts. But officials said the subject, who is described as a Hispanic male in his mid-teens, was last seen wearing a black hoodie with a red imprint on the front, black shorts, and sandals. He fled the scene in a vehicle. What they don't know. You ready?
Yeah.
No one involved in this incident has been identified at this time. Well, guess what? They're going to get you. The motive behind the shooting is unknown because of the fight, and he got his ass whipped. The second victim's condition is currently unknown. We're praying that he's okay. And you call, if you happen to be one of the few people who are listening to this that's in Pasadena, you can call Pasadena police and give them all the good shit that you got. Prayers for the victims. Shame that you got to fight with guns. Look, we'll get back to our Fight Club thing because I think I have some more interesting thoughts on that, and I know you've been researching rules and all that stuff. But like, if we really want to have it out, we're sitting here in the middle of 100 and some guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition. We'll just play like some live laser tag. You pick a couple weapons and ammunition, I'll pick a couple. Let's just start shooting it out.
I don't think so. I don't think that's...
I mean, somebody would spring a leak, right?
Yes.
These kids don't know that.
How did they not know that?
Like, you want a piece of me, motherfucker? Pull up my what is it, Island Boy spray painted fucking Glock?
Yeah.
And just start throwing lead.
But why?
Lead comes down. Lead stops somewhere.
This is what, okay. We always say, and it's true, that people are desensitized because of video games. It's always on the news. You know, they hear it. There's copycats.
No respect for life.
No respect for life.
Everybody should have to work an autopsy.
But then I look at our youngest son, and our youngest son plays him some video games.
He's a master.
And every single one of them is killing. I mean, they're killing, they're shooting, they're strategizing, they're doing all of the above. And he respects, like, his goal for 2025 was to have puppies.
Yeah. Right.
If he knows of a puppy, like of a human that's hurting, like you know what I mean?
I get it.
He doesn't want to shoot a gun.
You can't blame it on the video.
No, you can't. I mean, he's living proof of that.
He's a good dude and he'll do great things, but one of them won't be pull a pistol and shoot into a crowd. I
can promise you that he has never gotten out of a Fortnite game and had to go take a walk to take a breather like the guy did in that.
No, because he killed his kid because he lost at Fortnite.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck the bad people. And then if they ever figured it out, we'd be out of a job because we wouldn't have any stories to report.
Well, I would love the crime to be potentially like crime in the 1950s.
Okay. And again, you'd be homeless.
No, we could tell the stories like,
no,
Mary went and stole 2 eggs.
Because everybody's already ruined on these kind of stories.
Well, we will adapt, improvise, and overcome. If I could be jobless because of world peace, then I'll take it.
Well, that's never going to happen.
But I could have that as a dream.
Does it rain in your world?
It does, but with the rain comes beautiful flowers.
Okay, that's enough. And y'all go like and follow us, and remember that iPhone update or whatever it is. You might have to refollow us again, which is fine. And go download the Real Life Real Crime Community app for free. Saturday, July 19th. Tickets are going on sale in less than 2 weeks. We love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. Have a great weekend. And I'm Woody Overton.
I'm Cyndi Overton.
We'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 300 programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
All you homeowners have unique needs. Some feel the need to paint their door a vibrant shade of blue. Others have the need to decorate their bathroom with fish, anchors, and other nautical items. And because each homeowner has unique needs, Geico helps you get the right coverage for your home and what's in it. That way, you get exactly what's right for you, even if your needs are unique. Get more with Geico.